Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to Stalin's Starcraft 2 Battle Report. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys another 1 versus 1 match on the Steppes of War. And in this match, I, the Stalinator, will be commanding the Red Terran, and my opponent, Soul Reaper, will be commanding the Blue Zerg. And this is, I think, the second match I had played since the beta reopened. The first match dropped me about halfway through, so I don't know. Since they reopened the beta, things have been a little bit shaky this far. I'm experiencing a lot of lag, experiencing some dropped games, some allies dropped, and then sometimes, my opponent drops, but, we don't want to win like that. But anyway, first moves of the game, my opponent is going to try and he's going to sneak a drone into my base. I knew that I was facing a Zerg player. I knew that I had to wall off my base as soon as I possibly could. So we're in 2 minutes into the game here, and already I have gotten a nice wall all set up. And that drone is still in my base, and thankfully now I've got my wall just about set up, and now he's trapped in here. He can't escape, and well, that'll be a small loss for my opponent, considering he can't get that drone back into. There you go. You can see if you click on him, he's setting a waypoint all over my base, just running around all over the base. You can see those green lines. But now he's not going to be able to get back in resource, and I'm going to have one of my Marines hunt this guy down. You can see that he's going to try and escape, and feebly try and smash down the supply depot. But here comes my Marine, and he's gonna start shooting him in the face. So, looking at our Zerg opponent, we can see, well, he's roughly matched in terms of resources with me. I thought he would try and really pump out those Zerglings as often Zerg players try and do, and he's got 4 guys coming out across the field. I've got 2 Marines, but they'll be easily able to hold off this force should he attack. So he's got about 6 Zerglings all clumped together, ready for a show. But I saw those Zerglings through my line of sight, so I'm going to send a Marine down, see if I can harass them, try and draw them up into my base where I can kill them. But unfortunately, my opponent is a little bit smarter than that, and he kind of cottons on to what I was trying to do. So we can see from the Zerg player, he's building a ton of overlords at the start of the game. Usually I don't. Well, if I play the Zerg, I build overlords, but not this many at the start of the game. They're just floating around everywhere. So you can see I tried to do my sneak attack again. This time I met with a little bit more success, and as I'm able to pick off one of those Zerglings before they retreat back down that ramp. And I was thinking of doing a counterattack and killing him, but I decided not to. That might be a bad idea. But overall, I could probably take this group of Zerglings right here, but it would be heavy losses for my Marines, and I didn't want to take those losses right now. But we can see in the Zerg base, he's building a Baneling nest, meaning he's going to try and use those Banelings as a battering ram into my base. But at this time, I'm building up some more barracks. I'm replacing that barracks with another supply depot on my wall. Getting things going a little bit, and so on and so forth. I also want to say, when I started playing this game again, it seemed a little slower than it did last time. A little slower than I remember it being, oddly enough. Not sure exactly why it was that way, but who knows. Anyway, gonna have a bunker going down. Gonna hopefully defend my base against these Zerg attackers. Also, 3 barracks is going up. I'm gonna go for a Reaper charge, because usually, I feel that if he's going to be trying to attack my base and everything and pushing into my base, his main base should be fairly undefended, and as you can see, it is fairly undefended. And I'm going to be pumping out some Reapers to do a counterattack on his base coming up relatively soon here. But you can see my opponent has started to morph up those Banelings. He's also got speed upgraded Zerglings, and he's ready for a charge. He's ready to take this to the next level. Also, you can see, just quick note on the minimap, the Zelnonga watchtowers have been changed to giant eyes on the map. Not important at all, just thought I'd note it. So I've got a bunker up now, a couple Marines defending the area. Also got my Reapers in, and they'll be able to do some damage. He completely obliterates my supply depot. Sorry, I got interrupted for a little bit, so let's just rewind that and start it again so I can collect my thoughts and get back into the commentary. But again, we're going to see a replay of these Banelings going to try and rush up this ramp, smash through my defenses, and destroy the base. So here it comes. All the supply depots go down. He hits that bunker. Bunker's in the red, but we were able to mop up the rest of those units fairly effectively. But I'd lost all my supply depots. I'm in negative supply right now. I gotta do a counterattack. He manages to sneak 2 Zerglings behind it into my base, but it's not going to do a whole lot. I think he's able to destroy 1 SCV, and then, that's it for his little Zerglings. So anyway, Reapers on the prowl, ready to counterattack after that attack on my base. So here they come. I can see he's building a spine crawler. Gonna want to take that out. Also, his Queen's gonna come in. Very important Zerg unit. Gonna tear it down with my Reapers, and then start going to town on his Harvesters. But those Zerglings are gonna come in and defend the base. Took out a large number of his Harvesters. He's down to 14. I still got 20, and not all these Reapers are gonna escape. Gonna lose about 3/4 of that forest, but 2 survivors will manage to soldier on. So now at this point I gotta summon all my SCVs, and I've got to rebuild this wall here and get my supply back into an adequate standing, and start rebuilding my forces and rebuilding my army. That raid really crippled the Zerg player. He's down to half the resources that I am. It's going to take him a little while before he's able to recover from that. As you can see now, he's going to be focused a little bit more on defense. Going to put down another spine crawler, hoping to defend against my attack. You can look at our resources. He doesn't have a lot of resources. I had a lot of resources stockpiled because I was doing my Reaper attack and hadn't been building a lot of units. But now it's time to spend those resources, so I start building a ton of barracks, rebuilding my supply depots, and putting those stockpiled resources to good use. As you can see, we've got overlords floating all over the map from the Zerg player, always scouting, trying to see what's up, see if he can get the jump on me. But I did see that when I was in his base, killing his dudes, I saw that he was building a spire. So I knew that I was going to have some Mutalisks coming in, and a good counter to Mutalisks are Marines. So I decided that I was going to build a bunch of barracks, put reactors on those barracks, and start pumping out Marines by the crap ton. But after that little exchange we had going on there, going to be a little bit of a lull. Gonna finally expand. I was surprised that our Zerg friend never expanded, oddly enough. He just kind of sat in his base. And I should have attacked sooner. I thought he had more troops than he really did. So I played it a little bit, safe. But, I guess I won't let you know who wins, but keep that in mind. So again, I've got a factory up, gonna start researching siege tanks, got that siege upgrade going on. My reactor farm has been built, expanded, and things are looking pretty good for me at this point. I'm in a stable position, but we can see our Zerg friend is finally starting to produce his armies, get back in the field. He's got a couple Mutalisks out now. So now he's becoming a more fearsome force.